just trying to force myself to prepare dinner for myself because, well, he's not going to come early. Um, he's not doing anything in that sense. He's just hanging out with his friends in town, at a cafe, and he's just talking to his friends and just hanging out. So, yeah. But I just wish he wouldn't come, like in a frustrated way, back, because that would really make me feel very bad. Like I already have enough bad stuff going on. So if he comes, frustrated, I don't know what to say, because that's really not what I need. That's really not, I'm just going to listen to whatever he says, but, respectfully, but um, I just wish he understood, that I'm struggling. I mean, I had a diarrhea earlier, and just because he doesn't have it, he cannot understand the issues I'm dealing with. It's not like he can understand um, those things. So it's it's tough when you know when you um, when you have to deal with people who treat you crap, like they always find fault with you. Whatever the case is, there's always an issue that they want to, you know I don't know, accuse you this that all the time, like, you know you are this I keep for the stuff I take of this chicken stuff. But I'm just saying, I'm afraid he's going to come late and he's going to say bad words to me, like, this, you frustrate me. Okay, any solution? I mean, if you are first frustrated by me, then why why do you have to? So I just don't get it, like, um if you are frustrated with someone, you hate a person, like, yeah, this person is, clumsy and shit, okay, clumsy and shit. Well, if you don't like that person, then get rid of that person, okay? But then don't tell that person you are bad. But then use for physical relationship, where I'm from, Hungary. It's a small country in Europe. And yeah. But I mean, it doesn't matter where I'm from because Hungarians don't care. Hungarians never care, because even my mother doesn't care, like, it's not like she would ever be supportive of me. No. Um, well, there's a lot of reason behind, because she herself hasn't been loved. So, it's another thing that she was not raised by her parents, okay? And she had learned that she was not raised by her real parents in adulthood. She was already an adult. She was having me. I was 3 years old when she found out that she was not raised by her real parents. That those were other people who raised her. And it was a trauma for her, obviously. So, I just felt like she was angry at me because, well, how can you, like, you she often said to me, you haven't achieved anything, to have a house, like, we used to live in a house. And she was saying, because I married your father, that's why. And I'm like, thinking to myself, what's my fault? Well, basically, she married my father 1 month after I was born. They got married 1 month after I was born. So, actually, I mean, okay, I haven't contributed to that house that we had lost. But then, she had just luck to meet my father, you know? And, and what? So what can I do? I mean, I'm a curse. I was born, I was born premature. My mother wasn't healthy. My mother wasn't healthy. To this day, she has stomach issues. For over 20 years, she has been having stomach aches. And at times, she has to lay down on bed and and she has vomiting and stuff like that, which is, horrible. And she has some helicobacteria in her body, which is a nasty bacteria in the stomach or something. And it's just, she has lack of vitamin B and stuff like that. So she is, unhealthy. And so no one, if I have issues that I drank mineral water outside of Istanbul, my husband asked me to drink from that water because I have stones in my gallbladder somewhere, to kind of get rid of those stones, to dissolve in the body. Well, if she has issues, my mom, then I probably have issues too, because my intestines are all upset. I'm having diarrhea for the past 2 weeks. It means that I'm also not healthy either. And my husband said, well, I don't know why your mother has helicobacteria in her body, but she must have eaten unclean things. What do you mean by unclean things? He says, pork. She eats pork, so that's unclean. Like a Muslim would say that, a pork is, water is boiling here, so I'm just, so, unclean things, so like pork, for example. And I'm like, is that the reason that you think she has those issues? Well, I can't tell for sure, but there must be something. Or, and anyway, I don't go to other details, it's a very private thing about my mom, I mean, very embarrassing things to talk about in live video. But I mean, we I think that the reason why everything is so unfortunate for us is there's some curse on my family, and I don't know what my parents or their parents did, but there is a curse, like there is a clear misfortune, so I'm afraid that this doesn't mean anything good. And it's not that my parents didn't persecute Jewish Jewish people. I didn't exist, but my parents had moved in that house, and that we had lost later. And so that house used to belong to some Jewish family, and that family was taken to concentration camps. I mean, my parents didn't know that family, but it was just said about that house that there used to be Jewish family living there. But anyway, my parents had, moved in. So like, yeah. And how to say, um, they didn't know what was coming, you know, misfortune. So like um, years have gone by, and my father had been killed in an accident. Not a collision, but his car was in a parking lane, and some reckless driver on a multi-lane road hit the back of my father's car, and he was there at the spot, and he died immediately. Look how unfortunate death of my father. Well, he didn't believe in God, and he had a lot of pain too. He was bullied by his relative and also other people that he had met in his life. He was bullied by them. And so, yeah, he was not very talkative because he had pain. And yeah, he had another issue. His mother didn't want to raise him. My grandmother gave my father to a nanny to take care of him. And so my father had difficulty building bondship with his mother, because until the age of 6, a nanny raised my father. And when my father was 6 years old, and my grandmother, I mean his real mother, took him back. And when my father attended school, my grandmother was like, yeah, I'm proud of my son, and yeah, my son should study hard, you know, and stuff like that. So this was my family. And so obviously from such environment, no sane person would come out, right? I mean, my parents weren't loved by their parents, and I don't even know from my mother's side who her parents were. I have no idea, and she herself doesn't know either. Very strange, right? So, I mean, how can it be a blessed family, you know, like a lot of traumas, emotional crap. And I sometimes don't understand why people have children when they are not suitable and cannot take care of, you know, children. So like, okay, because I know myself, I can't take care of a child. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't even take care of myself. I have received so much bullshit. I was a burden to my mother. I never felt that my life was a blessing. Never. So when bad things happened to me, I had no one to talk to. So I buried everything inside. That's why I think my body is sick. Because I buried the bad stuff inside. Because there was no one who would listen to me. Like, who cares about bad stuff? I was going to make this coffee. I should not drink coffee, but I'm just bored with drinking water all the time. So even though I have diarrhea, I shouldn't drink coffee. But yeah, I'm just so slow, but I'm also talking, and the emotions, you know, come back, you know, like crappy emotions by people who treated me shit. And yeah, and now I remember my transgender ex. He was just self-absorbed, you know. He was only caring for his interest. He said to me, I attend university and do my PhD in social studies. Okay, I don't block you. I'm not blocking anybody's life. Study, you can study, okay. And he lied to me. I will help you. You can study. You can make it. And all that. It was all a lie. Because, my ex just wanted a puppet. You know, like, okay. he thought he would change gender and somebody would stay with him, her. Somebody would stay with him, her, you know. So yeah, it's very strange. And then, you know, my transgender ex said to me, I love you. I'm like, why? And you know, many people asked me, actually, you're transgender ex, so did she go out with a guy after you? And I said, no, not with a guy, but she found a Filipino lady who is with him, her, you know, my ex, I'm talking about my ex. And that's, and you know, and the person I said, you know, who was asking me, so your ex went with a guy after you because, like you said, transgender? And I said, no. She said that he still loved me, but I don't know, didn't feel comfortable in a male body, so, you know, had surgery in Thailand. And I went to Thailand with him. You know, that's another weird story. I went to Thailand with him, and do you know what I have received from my ex? He was complaining at the hospital. I received bad food, you know. Tell the nurses in English they should bring me something else, you know, to eat. My ex, my transgender ex, you know, I had surgery, I have pain, I want to eat something else, you know, like was ordering me. But his best friend, a Chinese university student lady, she didn't, you know, my ex didn't order the Chinese lady, oh, tell the nurses, you know, to bring better food or different food. No, the best friend of my ex, she was treated better, you know. Oh, you went to Bangkok, you know, on a sightseeing tour. She said to this Chinese lady, oh wow, how was it, you know, great, oh cool, you bought souvenirs and stuff like that, while I was at the hospital with my ex, transgender ex, who underwent surgery. Imagine that my ex was treating me bad, but this friend, this Chinese lady, was treated better than me. I was like already feeling, you know, what crap. I mean, I'm treated shit and, you know, all that. And so, and then, you know, my ex, you know, with this Chinese lady and with these other transgender people, they gathered. And so I was with them. And they gathered to, you know, entertain themselves, you know, and they were drinking. I don't drink alcohol. But I was like, oh, come on, drink a little. And because I don't drink alcohol, the effect hit me. And so I was vomiting later. They gave me vodka or something. And I just remember that I vomited. And the transgender, my ex, came back to the hotel room and said, you humiliated me in front of my transgender friends. You humiliated me. You vomited, and oh, I have to clean up after you. How do you imagine that? I would do it after you. No. So like I was treated like literal shit. Not only at the hospital, he was expecting me to tell the nurses to bring better food, you know, to him, and tell in English to the nurses, you know, like, this is your job, kind of thing. Like, come on, what kind of people these are? I don't know, but like seriously, I'm just like, give me a break. Give me a break from, you know. And I keep these kind of selfish, arrogant people find me. I don't want to find them, and I never intended to find them, but 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 they do. I don't know why. First of all, I have never had a good friend to really care, you know, like I was still just peeling the potatoes, but I'm so slow. Another thing that yeah, he hates about me is I'm so slow. But he won't come to eat with me at all because, you know, he's frustrated with me, my Turkish husband. So, you know, yeah. So anyway, these weird stories and curses are on me. So I don't know what to. I just don't like anyone in this world anymore. I mean, I just feel like what a curse it is to be alive. What it is, you know, like it's a real curse to be alive in this world, you know, like this. I still have to prepare the chicken, but I just peeled the potatoes and I have to prepare this coffee. So I'm just saying, this crap that I have experienced over the years by these lovely people, you know, these really, really loving people. Yeah, they have all told me bad words, that I'm narcissistic, I'm bad, I'm this, and yeah, I have shortcomings. I can't cook, okay, and can't iron. And what else will you slap on my face? That I will never have any kind of life. I will never have friends. I will never have education. I will never have anything in my life valuable, worthy to living for. I can't have, because who I am to have anything, you know, better than these shit things, you know. I don't deserve. My mother, well, why isn't she grateful to me that I haven't ended up as a drug addict? I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke, and I don't take drugs. So and I have not been, you know, a sex slave, like, you know, I wasn't on the streets doing such things. So, but she's still like, but you couldn't marry anyone, like, yeah, well, for what did you, you know, like, could you earn a house with a garden? I had shit luck in life. I have never met any good person in this world to give me anything, you know. Nobody gave me anything, you know. Even whoever gave me anything, like I'm talking about my mother, slaps into my face, like. So, you know, I'm just very depressed that, well, this is life, you know. This is normal. This is cool. So I don't know. I just feel very disheartened. I just feel like there's no point of my life, you know, because it's not going to be colorful, right? It's not going to be anything better, because there's a consequence of every bad decision. Like, for example, if somebody messed up your life, for example, let's take an example, I don't know, a general example that most people have. For example, someone married the wrong person and the lady got pregnant. And who is going to bear the consequences for the bad decision? The lady, not the man. That's why I often say I wanted to be a male. I I wanted to be a strong, cruel male. And now I wish I could take lessons from Mr. Cruel. I'm just ironic about, soy cruel, I am cruel. Yeah, I really would like to take lessons from, the master. Because what he does is really cool. I mean, I find it very impressive, like he is, some coffee. He is doing, and by the way, how come, a little bit more, okay, that should be more than enough. So, how come that, for example, disabled people clash with riot police in Argentina? How can that happen? Yesterday I saw this news. Like, seriously, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but disabled people clashed with riot police in Argentina. So I feel sorry for all the disabled people because they suffer, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault to suffer, okay? So it's not their fault to suffer, but how can they clash with riot police, disabled people? Tell me. I can't imagine this scenario, but this happened in Argentina. Just, like, seriously, what? What public disorder do you need? Like, it's very painful for everyone, for the disabled people. I understand they suffer because I myself am not a healthy person either. So, I understand the suffering of disabled people because I myself am not a healthy person. So, but I don't go to the streets. I don't go to the streets and attack the president, okay? And I wouldn't attack the president because that's not how it should go. If I want help from somebody, then I ask God or whatever, Jehovah, to help. And if anybody is willing to help, thank you. But otherwise, I'm not going to the street and yell at and throw rocks at the police or something and attack the president or stuff like that. No, that's not cool. I mean, whatever the president is, like, well, he was a Catholic person who turned Jewish, okay? And what? Respect that. No issue. Actually, I was baptized by a Catholic priest at a Catholic church in my hometown back then. But my parents weren't religious, they were atheists. But they just wanted, most people baptize their children, so yeah, this should also be baptized. So they took me to a Catholic church, but I never attended Catholic, religious teachings or anything, never. So, it's just very odd, so how this topic came about, about Argentina and the disabled people and clashing with police and stuff like that. So this is very saddening. And so they attacked the president, like, with bad words and all that. Is the president responsible for all of them having sickness and disability? Is the president responsible for that? No, he isn't. And yeah, it's tough situation for everyone, but like, to be graceful and grateful, and if they want to ask for help, well, thank you. Like, it's embarrassing to ask for help, and I understand why. It's the psychology I also have myself. To ask for help, it seems impossible when you feel everybody hates you and rejects you and you are bad and nobody is going to be graceful to you. And understand that I'm in that situation. I have been there and I'm still there. It's not like it has changed for me. It hasn't changed for me, the situation. In that sense, uh, I'm still struggling. But to keep attacking, the president, like as though he was like, I don't know, it's just crazy. I wouldn't do it, so I have to still cut these things off. But yeah, I'm just saying this is also nonsense. How people don't have any patience for anyone. Like they attack anybody who comes. People attack anybody these days. Like, this is insane. And so that's why I'm just saying, so most people cannot ask for help because they don't have the humility to ask for help. And so yeah, it's tough. I understand, to ask for help. I'm in the same situation. Do you think it's great for me to ask for help? No, obviously not. I don't like it. What can I do? But I would not attack the president, like seriously. He's not responsible for if I'm sick, if I'm unhealthy or have condition that, maybe I got from my parents or something, bad condition. That, it's not the president's fault. I mean, so to be so graceless about it, like to attack, like to attack the president for that is another strange thing. So like this is not cool that people attack everybody. Like it's not the way it should be. But just when somebody is, Jewish, even if they turn Jewish later, they I need this thing. So they attack anybody who is Jewish, which is no cool. Still, I need strength sometimes to cut even these pieces. Eventually cutting the pieces off that, so I'm just saying, this is not cool what's happening. It's just not cool. So yeah, I understand that people are frustrated, but they take it on the wrong person, like just because he is Jewish, it's not like they should attack him. It's like insane. It's not cool. Like, first of all, let's remember the Bible and how it tells us that the earth had been cursed, okay? And remember that during Noah's time, the earth was flooded because people were very wicked, right? So there's a lot of sin in this world, and it needs to be finished, all this sin and stuff. But people don't know how to finish sin, I think, and so they find a scapegoat. They find a scapegoat to attack, like, oh, it's the Jewish. We suffer because it's due to them. It's the Jewish that make us suffer all the time. So Yeah, these things, you know, doesn't help us. Doesn't help us. It just innocent people die for no reason. In Ukraine too, because well, Ukraine has a Jewish president, and of course, Putin cannot stand this situation. So he wants somebody to lead Ukraine that can be controlled easily. So yeah, so it's attacked. You know, Ukraine is attacked because of this situation. So yeah, it's little pieces. Uh, so yeah, I'm just wishing that I wouldn't have diarrhea again, because that sucks. Really does. Really does. So yeah. Anyway. So the other one, the other piece, I often don't even want to eat anything. So yeah, it's just I don't desire to eat anything. Yeah, it sucks, but this is normal in such condition, I think. So nobody cares, and nobody cares for a selfless altruistic reason. Nobody cares. So yeah, it's why is it so, this skin on this chicken thing I hate. I like chicken, but yeah, this mess I don't like. I'm forcing myself to eat meat because, well, I haven't had meat for a long time, so I force myself. But yeah, it's not pleasant to not feel like eating, because you feel like everything is poisoned. Everything is poisoned. The food, it contains some other materials that we don't know, and yeah, so I don't like and so yeah, what's the point of my verseless life? Tell me there's a point of my verseless life. I'm I'm old, but I can't do anything, so you know, like so what's the point of my life? Nothing. I don't want children. I mean, I'm already too old, but so what's the point? Like I don't see much of a point. It's just a struggle, a useless struggle for what? Nobody is going to, it's just a trial, you know, like you go to a trial, people judge you, and so it's a waste of time, this life. So many wasteful things in life, like no use. These little thin layers that this meat has that I don't want. They already. So, oh, my husband hates chicken. He treats me like a disgusting person for eating chicken. He never. It's just, yeah, his attitude is, yeah, he hates. So you know, like, So yeah, we don't share the same things, okay? We don't share the same things, which is, you know, which can happen. I mean, there are a lot of different people in this world, so it's normal to have differences, but this much. Okay. And so I will put this for boiling in a second, but I just still with the chicken to go through with it with some water, rinsing it, and then put it to boil slowly. But I can't cook, and I never had a mother who you know, who was kind to me in that sense. So yeah, it's some salt. And what's the point of this live? No, everybody is going to say bad words, you know. It's not like anybody is going to say anything kind. So it's not really like there's much of a point. So yeah. Because there's a competition in this world, you know, there are so many people, and our lives have become worthless. Our lives have become worthless. I'm not joking about this thing. It's real. People have become so sinful that the world is so crowded that nobody listens to anybody anymore. It's like it's like everybody is preoccupied with their own crap, which is understandable. There's a lot of bad things, you know, I understand, but so it's sadly people have become so sinful that they don't see another human being anymore, like you know, people don't care. They compete. So that's and I think I should put from this, where is this, this yellow thing. I like this yellow thing, which is spice, but I forgot the name now. So for the so for flavor or something. So yeah, it's will be this chicken with potatoes for my the potatoes I need to just get ready. And but yeah, he won't come. He won't come early because he's frustrated with me, and you know, because he's frustrated with me, he is, you know, angry at me for what? I haven't done anything special, you know. So yeah, it sucks. living. I mean, I don't know, this religion is very restrictive for females. Unfortunately, I'm female, but not my heart. Not my heart. So, yeah. It sucks. Life sucks. And people are mean. And I don't know grace. I don't know grace. So, I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired of this crap. And, yeah. I just want to be gone forever. Because there's no point of living. Like, this is not life. This is not any crap. This is just useless. You know, my time in Turkey. It is useless. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a damn. You know, like, I feel so alone, so rejected, and yeah. I don't like the climate. It's too hot. So I just don't want to. I don't know. I have experienced earthquakes and shit, and no fun things. Actually, I haven't had fun. I don't remember really feeling happy in my life. Truly happy, never. Like, my transgender ex, nobody cared about me. Like, I don't know happiness. I'm not happy. Like, why would I be happy? Who cared about me? Everybody just put me down. You this, you that, you know, and so I don't hope for anything. Why would I hope for anything? Because, you know, nobody loves me. And it's okay, I'm a clumsy person, so what? Am I the only one in the world who can't cook, who can't iron or stuff? Am I the only one? Am I really the only fucking person in this world who can't do this shit? Really, like, seriously, I want to know. Like, I don't enjoy my useless life because there's nothing to enjoy about it. Nobody makes me happy. I don't receive anything. I don't receive flower, kind words, nothing. I just have to, if he wants physical relationship, I have to give him. Nothing special, you know, like, it's not like I'm special. Because there are plenty of other ladies out there who can, you know, do the same thing. So, it's no special, just a worthless person I am. Yeah. I don't have any value. I don't have any value, so yeah, this is normal. It's no surprising in a crowded world. This world is so crowded that, you know, we no longer have patience for each other because it's so crowded, so chaotic, this world, that we no longer care about how the other person feels. This is how bad it got. Sin is really awful. People just, when people make children without thinking, without being suitable, this is what happens. So, yeah, it's a terrible situation in the world. So, this is the rubbish. Yeah, he will give me a hard time, or he would not talk to me tonight when he comes late from hanging out with his friends at the cafe. He would come late and not talk to me like I was a non-existing person, I guess. It's wonderful, wonderful. Oh, yeah. How it is in this world. So like, you know, people are very kind, you know. So it's not how it is. It's definitely not how it is here. So yeah. So with the yeah, this is what I'm going to have. Um, put salt and very minimal, you know. So it's a very minimal meal because I can't cook. So yeah, it's just basic because I don't even want to live. There's no point. I don't have a family who cares. I don't have any friends. So you know, whatever shit. Um, so yeah, this. So just leave it boiling until it has to be put on low heat later on. It has to be put on low heat later on, but let it boil. And so yeah, this is for today. It will be my second meal for today. Usually I have just 2 meals a day, and yeah, this will be that one. Forcing myself to eat, and yeah, scrappy life and worthless life that I have, and hopefully I will die rather sooner than, I don't know, just because I don't want to see my mother for, you know, not caring about me. Okay, I should finish because people would give me all kinds of comments for being disrespectful to their religion, you know, like, so yeah, bye, have a nice day.